Are you on the roadmap to your first million? If you are, congrats. Keep going. But if you're not, I don't think it's because you don't work hard. I think most of us are simply solving the wrong problem. Over the last few years, I've come to believe one thing. The results show the roots. Let me explain. I graduated during MCO 2.0 in Malaysia, probably one of the worst times to start a career. I didn't have a stable full-time job. I was freelancing on commission. Sometimes I had work, some months I had none. There were months where I had absolutely no income. My rent was 500 ringgit. I cooked almost every single meal because I couldn't afford to eat outside. Every single ringgit mattered. I wasn't building wealth. I was purely surviving. Every month my mind was occupied by the same questions. How do I pay rent? How do I buy food? How do I make enough next month? I wasn't thinking about investing. I wasn't thinking about financial freedom. I wasn't thinking about becoming wealthy. I was simply trying not to drown. But during that season, something changed. Instead of spending all my time looking for the next freelance project, I started investing myself. I learned new skills, I improved my craft, I built my portfolio. I kept showing up. At that time, I didn't realize it, but I was changing my roots. Eventually, an opportunity came. I landed my first full-time job, 3,500 ringgit a month. At that point in my life, it was the highest salary I've ever earned. I genuinely believed, this is it. This is going to solve all my problems. But it didn't. The company culture wasn't healthy. I wasn't growing. The environment wasn't helping me become the person I wanted to become. That's when I realized, income is only one result. Fulfillment is another. Growth is another. The salary looked good, but the roots underneath weren't healthy. So during probation, I made a decision many people thought was crazy. I resigned. Not because I had another job lined up, but because I knew I couldn't grow in that environment. Thankfully, during my freelancing days, I had built genuine relationships with my clients. I wasn't just delivering work, I was building trust. One of those clients later invited me to work with them long term. Why? Not because I got lucky. Because while everyone saw the opportunity, nobody saw the years of preparation before it. I had continued investing myself. When opportunity came, I was ready. Looking back today, I realized something. Opportunity didn't change my life. Preparing my roots did. That's when everything clicked. If I kept making the same decisions, I keep getting the same results. The results show the roots. That completely changed how I saw money. I stopped asking, how do I earn more this month? And started asking, what is creating these results in the first place? I started paying attention to my habits, my decisions, the people I surrounded myself with, the environments I chose, the skills I invested in. I realized I wasn't fixing the fruit, I was strengthening the roots. And over time, the results started changing too. Today, I don't believe your financial situation defines you. I believe it reveals something. It reveals the roots. But then I became curious. Was this only true for me? Or was this true for everyone? I didn't want this to become just another motivational story. I wanted evidence. So I started the Anonymous Audit. The idea was simple. Instead of talking about money from theory, I wanted to talk to real people. People from different backgrounds, different careers, different incomes, different financial situations. And ask one simple question. How do you get here? So far, I've interviewed around 10 guests. Some are still rebuilding, some made incredible decisions, some made very expensive mistakes. But after listening to every single story, I kept noticing the same pattern. Nobody's financial life was created overnight. Nobody became wealthy because of one decision. Nobody stayed broke because of one mistake. Every result was built over time. Years of decisions, years of habits, years of environments, years of beliefs, years of learning. Different fruits, different trees, different roots. That's when I realized I didn't discover a shortcut to wealth. I discovered a pattern. The results show the roots. That's why this podcast isn't really about money. It's about understanding the beliefs, the environments, the decisions, and the habits that quietly shape our financial future long before the results appear. Let me show you something. This is how I now see personal finance. Not as numbers, not as budgeting, not as investing, but as a tree. Every tree has a fruit. Every tree has branches, a trunk, roots, and soil. Many people only look at the fruit. They see the cars, they see the houses, they see debt, they see wealth, but nobody asks, what kind of roots created that tree? Because every result comes from something underneath. The fruit is visible, the roots are not. Yet the roots determine everything. Change the roots, and eventually the fruit changes too. That's why I call this the tree model. It's not a shortcut, It is a framework for understanding why your financial life looks the way it does today. If this way of thinking resonates with you, I've created a free roadmap to 1 million assessment. It's not designed to be the future, it's simply a starting point, a chance to pause, reflect, and begin identifying the root behind your current financial results. No judgment, just awareness. And after you completed the assessment, if you'd like to continue this journey with me, you also have the opportunity to join the Roadmap to 1 Million community waitlist. Because changing your financial future doesn't start with chasing better fruit. It starts by strengthening your roots.